I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, and that, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time. Now remember this. No, I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36, and we
24
fight.
world champions, 5 divisions, title, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because he's undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fall great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford.
In a live interview, Terence Crawford confidently addressed Floyd Mayweather and his own legacy, declaring that Mayweather's era in boxing is past and that this is now his time. Crawford stressed that the spotlight should no longer be on Mayweather but on him, presenting himself as a fighter who represents and carries boxing forward for today's...
For Jake and Tyson, and some people like the likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like, it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? What's the point? Unless you're just trying to get people excited and trying to get them, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response is overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
You don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again.
Floyd Mayweather reminded fans that he had already schooled Canelo Alvarez when he was older than him, proving his superior skill and experience. He argued that Terence Crawford defeating Canelo should not be viewed as a monumental accomplishment, since both fighters share their standout victories over the same opponent. For Mayweather, this underscores that his win remains a greater achievement, and Crawford's triumph does not elevate him above Mayweather's legacy.
He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this. No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36, and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say? Well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights.
Some analysts argue that Terence Crawford cannot yet be compared to Floyd Mayweather because he lacks the flawless 50-0 record that Mayweather proudly holds. They contend that to truly surpass Mayweather's legacy, Crawford must achieve more than victories over skilled opponents like Canelo Alvarez. Many suggest that moving up in weight to face David Benavidez, a dangerous, physically imposing fighter, will be the ultimate test. Defeating Benavidez would not only showcase Crawford's fearlessness, but also prove his ability to conquer one of boxing's most daunting challenges. Until then, some experts maintain that despite his current accomplishments, Crawford will not be remembered on the same way.
Floyd's legacy is 50-0. Floyd's legacy is 50-0. 24 world champions, 5 divisions, title, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because he's undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fall great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford, but both of their best wins are Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was a younger, greener Canelo when Floyd beat him. Bud beat an older, stronger, but more seasoned Canelo. Now, Bud's not going to surpass Floyd because of the record. He's not going to make 50-0. Bud has to separate himself. What he has to do is do something that Floyd didn't do. Take on the challenges that people are scared for you to take. Just that's what separates Leonard and Durant from the rest. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he will surpass Floyd Mayweather as far as on the all-time list. As of right now, if Bud Crawford retires, I would have him somewhere around the top 5, top 7.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, shared a perspective that although Terence Crawford clearly outboxed Canelo Alvarez, the victory should not be treated as the ultimate measuring stick. He noted that Canelo was no longer the same fighter he once was, lacking the sharpness and punching power of his prime. Jeff explained that before this bout, many critics questioned Crawford's level of competition, and even after beating Canelo, some still downplay the achievement. While acknowledging the win as impressive, Jeff emphasized that it must be viewed in context. Since Canelo was past his absolute peak, the result does not automatically place Crawford beyond all.
Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk. And it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.
Legendary fighter Roy Jones Jr. offered a sharp critique of Floyd Mayweather's legacy, arguing that aside from facing Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather did not consistently fight the very best of his era at their peak. Jones questioned how Mayweather is often labeled the greatest when much of his resume includes opponents who were smaller, older, or past their prime. He suggested that the legend status attached to Mayweather is somewhat inflated compared to his actual accomplishments. While acknowledging that Floyd's undefeated record is historic, Jones emphasized that the quality of opposition and the timing of his matchups leave room for debate, especially when comparing him to versatile fighters like Terence Crawford.
Canelo knocked him out in the first half of the fight, because he couldn't handle the power. And obviously that proved not to be the case, and Crawford could definitely handle the power. Were you surprised that, it didn't look like, maybe once or twice it looked like maybe Crawford felt it, but never had any kind of real trouble?
Yeah, I don't think that. You hit him a couple times clean, but Crawford, Crawford's a big guy too. Crawford took it like it was nothing. And he hit Canelo a few times. And Canelo took it as well. Basically, at the end of the day, they both took, shots from each other. But Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo did.
Do you think that was, a case of, you can't, Canelo's a guy that's not out there throwing huge combinations, like he's, more of a, punch at a time kind of guy, and that's not going to work against someone as slick and talented as Bud Crawford?
Yeah, I agree. Basically, Canelo was just one big shot, land a big shot on Crawford, but Crawford wasn't having it. And Crawford at times would say, I guess would say to himself, I need to, do a little more work. And basically, it seemed like he just did that. And he would let his hands go.
A separate analyst drew a clear distinction between popularity and pure skill, noting that while Floyd Mayweather's global fan base is unmatched, built on his undefeated streak and massive pay-per-view success, talent alone may tip the scale toward Terence Crawford. With his natural southpaw stance and rare ability to switch seamlessly mid-fight, Crawford can adapt to any opponent. This versatility has led many to argue that his technical abilities may even surpass Mayweather's. The debate ultimately raises a larger question in boxing. Should greatness be defined by global fame and numbers, or by raw skill and adaptability inside?
Floyd Mayweather, top five?
No, not in my book. No.
Not even top 10?
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5. Maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight, don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand, I know you're a Floyd fan. Yeah. But here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Only Canelo. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he's going to prison when he gets through. Then to take it even further,
Cotto
was on his level. Wait. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto is an all-time great? No. Cotto's all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in the boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great. All right, so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. Well, you the fought him 4 years ago. So both of y'all were here. We to find out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Tony before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Tony?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is, you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight? The biggest, best 2 names you can pull up.
No,
Canelo.
what I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't?
So my point is, I'm not gonna say who would.
I can't name a person.
I'm not gonna say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was obviously equal. He didn't fight a James Tony. He didn't go looking for a James Tony.
Former world champion Shane Mosley offered a direct comparison between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, highlighting Crawford's natural size as a key advantage Mayweather never possessed. As a naturally bigger fighter, Crawford can compete across more weight divisions while still maintaining power and strength. Mosley acknowledged Mayweather's brilliance in defense and timing, but pointed out that Crawford's physical attributes allow him to dominate opponents in ways Floyd could not. For Mosley, this makes direct comparisons unfair, as Crawford's frame and natural build provide opportunities that Mayweather simply did
Floyd
not.
Mayweather Jr., who wins this fight? I'm going with Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's unpopular or crazy to say. I think most people will agree with me. I understand Floyd Mayweather has a lot of fans out there, but the truth is, as great as Floyd Mayweather is, Terence Crawford is one of one. And I say that because who else has knockout power in both hands, is able to switch stances between orthodox and southpaw so seamlessly while having great footwork. It's not like Terence Crawford is some stationary target or a flat-footed fighter that's going to be facing Floyd around. Terence Crawford knows how to cut the ring off. He has tremendous ring IQ. And not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great fighter. He'll be able to make it dirty. If he is on the inside with Floyd, that power will carry him far. And I just don't see how Floyd will be able to beat Terence Crawford. I really don't see it. I understand Floyd's defense is incredible, but he is smaller than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have a significant reach advantage on Floyd Mayweather. I believe Terence Crawford would also be taller than Floyd Mayweather, as well as all the skillful and technical aspects of what I just laid out prior. So I don't understand how anybody could pick Floyd Mayweather to beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I believe Terence has the style to beat one Floyd Mayweather. You know what you think in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed.
Mayweather reminded boxing fans that when Floyd faced Canelo Alvarez, he was already past his prime years. Even though he was older, slower, and not as sharp as in his younger days, Floyd completely schooled Canelo with experience, defense, and ring IQ. Jeff emphasized that this creates a key distinction between Floyd's victory and Crawford's. While Crawford defeated a more seasoned version of Canelo, Floyd did it when he was no longer at his peak, making his accomplishment even more remarkable. For Jeff, this context proves that Floyd's greatness remains unmatched, regardless of how many victories Crawford continues to add. So if you love boxing debates, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more powerful breakdowns.